volumes, everything muted.
I have to wait for it to start. I don't know why it doesn't allow me to just mute right away. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the chat with Castlescapes and Clones. We discuss everything in the Disney universe, and we've got some fun topics to talk about today. If you haven't already, we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel, hit that bell for notification, and do like this post, as it really helps your favorite content creators know that you appreciate them, and in return, we appreciate that. So I am Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co-pilot Rich.
Hello.
And we got Karen in the audience right now. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Turtle Nuggets. Hi, Susan. How are you? Thanks for joining us. So how are you doing?
I am doing okay. Uh, I am preparing to give my thoughts on Star Wars Visions, which is
Yes.
the Star Wars anime project that was released this week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we got Pete and Allie there, Turtle Nuggets. Yay, yeah. All right. And Susan said she was the first thumbs up. Yay, thank you, Susan. That's so nice of you. All right. Well, I went to Disneyland,
You
and
did?
yes, I
Oh yeah,
spent a
I was
lot
there.
of time. What?
I said, oh yeah, I was there.
Yes, yes. We went for our goddaughter's birthday, Cassiana, and that was a lot of fun. We went on It's a Small World with her, and Lamplight. I went to Lamplight Lounge, but you guys went. You went in the morning. I accidentally put in the wrong reservation, so I had to spend the morning at Disneyland while they were at Disney California Adventure.
Yeah,
But yeah, I spent a lot of time at Avengers Campus. I got to see Shang-Chi.
that's
He is
cool.
a character there, and they didn't have his martial arts show with the Death Dealer,
Hmm.
but he was there with Thor and Woman. What am I talking about? And Wasp. And so that was a lot of fun. I had the pretzel, which was kind of disappointing, to tell you the truth.
The pretzel?
Yeah, the pretzel was kind of disappointing. I don't know if it was because it was just lukewarm and the cheese was kind of not hot.
Yeah, you
So
must have got a bad.
yeah, I must have had the bad one.
Yeah,
But I did have the Choco Smash bar, and that was delicious.
I can't have it.
Huh?
I can't
Oh,
have
because
it.
of the nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the nuts. But it's really good. Yeah, it's like a dark chocolate Snicker bar, but
Yeah.
a giant one. And it took me days to finish it. So that was a really nice thing. Because I just had a bite here and there.
Right.
And let's see, is there anybody else new in? Nope. Okay. So yeah, I had that, and I had the quantum breakfast or the calculated breakfast, which is just basically regular egg, bacon, etc., etc.
Oh, so you
Uh,
didn't get the Pim toast or whatever?
no, I had that one before, so
Oh, you
that's
did.
why. Yeah,
Okay.
I had the City Toast, which is really good. Um, and yeah, it was just a fun time. I had a good time, and it's always sad to go back home, but
Yeah.
eventually have to do it. Let's see. Did you see any videos on your trip that you will be publishing? Yes, I will be. I will be doing it. I just have to sort through all my video, and it might be it might be like a week or so before I'm able to do it. And thanks, Allie and Pete, for doing hitting the thumbs up button as well. We really appreciate it. We'd love for everybody to hit that thumbs up button, the like button, because it really does help us out. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get on to our topics. I'm going to have you start because you have more topics than I do. And yeah, start. Why don't you start with your topic?
Sure. As I mainly do, I focus on the Star Wars stuff. So, the Book of Boba Fett, which is coming soon, actually,
Mm-hmm.
like in December or something.
Emperor, yeah.
Um, they didn't like for some whatever reason. I just assumed that Ludwig Göransson was going to do the music, but it was never actually announced or anything. But he is going to be the composer for the Book of Boba Fett. So
That's fitting.
yeah, and it makes me feel like then it's still closely tied to the Mandalorian story, in feel at least, having the same composer for both. But it is a separate show, so
Mm-hmm.
I thought after a while I'm like, oh yeah, like who else would do like music for the Book of Boba Fett? But
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's Ludwig Göransson. For those who don't know, he was a composer on the first two seasons of The Mandalorian, presumably the third season of The Mandalorian as well,
Yep.
and also probably more well known for Black Panther.
Yep.
So,
Academy Award winning composer for
oh
Black
yeah, yeah.
Panther. Yeah.
So there you go. I really like his style for The Mandalorian, and
Yeah.
you know, the episode with Boba Fett, the one that was directed by Robert Rodriguez, also had great music. So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of fitting that he continues on with that version of Boba Fett. Uh,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I'm
especially if Boba Fett is like a spaghetti western as well.
yeah,
I think that it'll fit in quite well. Like he does that spaghetti western music quite well.
yeah, um, and I do like when you listen to Black Panther and you listen to the Mandalorian. There's similarities,
Hmm.
but they do feel different. And I hope that Boba Fett, he expands or is able to explore another kind of tone with him.
Yeah,
So I'm excited. I'm glad.
yeah, I am too. That's really cool. Susan said it took her 3 years to do her Paris video, so 2 weeks is good. Yay! Thank you. Um,
Sometimes if you do a lot of footage, it's
yeah,
daunting to just sit there and go
it
like
is.
upload all your little footage things. I'm seeing so many files going like, what do I do?
Yeah. And like,
So
what are you going to use as B-roll, and what are you going to actually use as sound? That's what has been kind of going through my head. And I have like a dozen videos that I need to either shoot or edit. So it's like I've got that on top of trying to figure out how I'm going to edit that video as well. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
if if you equate fun with work.
Yeah, there are times when I'm editing, I feel overwhelmed, and I'm just like, I need to step away from a little bit. And
Mhm.
sometimes just the magnitude of when I see just how much I have to go through and somehow piece together, that also kind
Yeah,
of. But like when I'm in the groove, I like it. It's just when I don't feel pressure
yeah,
to do it.
yeah.
But and also I'm still trying to I'm still trying to figure out my niche in this whole YouTube world, on what my kind of style is and what my voice is.
You know that there are people out there like Allie and Pete who call you cousin Rich. I call you my cousin Rich.
Is it like Perfect
Your
Strangers?
cousin
I'm
Rich.
I'm cousin Larry.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Allie says that, yep, cutting down an hour to 12 minutes takes me several runs at it. I know. It's like I don't like to do long videos. Like I hope to keep them under 20 minutes, if not under 10 minutes. So I totally know what you mean. And there's Connie from Connie Loves Disney. I
Hello.
got to meet Connie at California Adventure, and that
Oh,
was so
nice.
much fun. We met at the Headless Horseman, and which was very loud, but
What to say? That area
yeah.
during Halloween is
Well,
very
I
loud.
was trying to pick a point that would make sense, that it's easily recognizable, and I didn't realize like how loud it was there. So I apologize, Connie, for the loudness of the area. um and yeah, it's a good time. All right, so my topic is the Emmys and how WandaVision and The Mandalorian and other Disney shows were robbed. Especially there were Paul Bettany as the Vision and Catherine Hahn as Agatha Harkness were actually favored, and they lost to different people. I forget who they were,
Does it
but
involve
the
the
big,
crown or
yeah, it was
other British things?
the big winners were Ted Lasso for comedy,
That
The
makes sense.
Crown for drama, and Mayor of
Mayor. Yeah, that's
Easttown
the other one. Yeah.
for limited series or movie categories. Now, WandaVision and Mandalorian won a lot of the technical ones,
Which
but
is par for the
I'm like,
course.
yeah,
Like,
I'm like, oh, let's break out of, we got to break the MCU out of just the technical. And not Black Widow, Black Panther was kind of the first step where it started winning, composer and costume and production design. So that's a step up from like sound editing and special
right. But
effects.
that's also the Oscars.
Yeah, that's the Oscars.
Like, the problem. I don't know who's on the board or whoever does the voting, but I imagine it's always going to be a lot of people that speak like Martin Scorsese or
Hmm.
who's a Dune guy. Uh,
Yeah.
like the French name, I can't remember. I can't remember. But like the ones who keep going, like Marvel movies are like not cinema and whatever. And there's always going to be a bias against genre.
Right.
Even though, I mean, I think slowly it's going to have to creep in, especially as quality and people taking
Yeah.
genre seriously keep making great stories.
Yeah.
I mean, just think like even like a decade ago, TV was not looked on the same way it is looked on now. Like
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're getting like big name movie actors in TV shows, uh, where before being in a TV show was like your death knell to your career. It's something you
Hmm.
did after you've hit your peak, and now you're kind of waning. Um, but now it's become a viable um, medium, right? And I
Yeah.
think as TV has gotten more respectable, hopefully genre, and as long as like Marvel and Lucasfilm keeps putting out story driven content
Mm.
with with great actors and creators, then I think it should happen soon. But I was like I was hoping one of them would break through. Uh, you know, uh, Elizabeth Olsen and or
Catherine
Catherine
Hahn.
Hahn, definitely.
Yeah.
I think
I
are
know.
are
I
up
just
there. Like, but I feel like unless you're playing someone British, I feel like it's always hard. Like
yeah.
that's a thing. It's like they invented acting, so they always get the accolades. I'm like, you know how hard it is to play a like 7 or however many episodes that Elizabeth Olsen did, where every single episode she's a different version of herself.
Yeah, it's like total period acting, genre acting, whatever. And I mean, it was amazing what they were able to do. Both her and Catherine Hahn, I thought were just amazing going through all the decades.
Yeah,
So anyway,
definitely.
but Hamilton did win the Emmy for Best Variety Special pre-recorded.
That's such a
I
specific
guess there must be a
award.
live variety special as well. So
Like
I don't, some of these,
what other variety specials pre-recorded?
yeah, I guess live. It would have to be live.
I don't
So
even.
I don't know.
I just thought
Where,
though it was a weird. It's a weird thing to win for Hamilton.
yeah. Well,
You know what I mean? I mean, like, cool. I love those guys, but
right.
like, it's just a weird
Yeah, because
film
it's Broadway,
because
but
it's
they did
yeah,
right. Right.
but
I
cool.
know what you mean. All right. Why don't you go to your next one?
Sticking with Star Wars, a Quantum Dream. This is gonna be a video game, uh, thing.
Hmm.
So Quantum Dream has been working on what is rumored, like strongly rumored, and like corroborated by a whole bunch of sources, that they are working on a Star Wars game, and they've been working on it for the past like 18 months.
Hmm.
Quantum Dream is, if you're a video gamer, like Heavy Rain is one of their titles. And what it's starting to sound like is that it's going to be a kind of open world game, which we really haven't had
Hmm.
in a good way. So to me, that's exciting because it's one of those like Star Wars, and this will kind of tie into Visions. Like Star Wars is a playground that has been shut, like kept private by George Lucas for a long time. I mean, sure, there've been video games and stuff, but he's very much controlling everything ish. You know what I mean? Like there's like a weird there's a set of rules and stuff that people kind of conformed into, and what I've wanted for Star Wars for a long time is this, like, for creators to go crazy and just take like go on the playground and make up whatever they want to make up. And so I'm hoping we get something where you can immerse yourself in Star Wars without having to uh, like open world games are kind of games where you can almost do whatever. Like there's a story, but you can choose to follow it at your own course or own leisure, right?
Yeah.
the best open world games, you can like I've spent hours in an open world game where I'm just like fishing. The simple art of fishing, looking at nature, right? And that's something that I think we need in Star Wars. Just a way for us to immerse ourselves, but not necessarily have to wield a lightsaber all the time or shoot people. Just enjoy the universe, and that's what I'm hoping something like an big open world game can do.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah. So I'm kind of hoping this game is, as much as I love like Fallen Order and things like that. It's very linear in its storytelling. I want something that's not linear, where you kind of have a lot of freedom to just do almost whatever. So.
Yes. Okay, so I just wanted to just quickly talk about Only Murders in the Building, which is a Hulu show and therefore a Disney show. I'm loving the show. I know you're not all caught up,
No.
but what are your general impressions of the show?
I mean, like, so when I heard about it before it came out, like beginning of the summer, I think it was like, first what intrigued me was it's a show starring Martin Short and Steve Martin and Selena Gomez. Because
I know Selena Gomez is so funny.
Steve Martin, Martin Short, I get. They're friends. They've toured together. They were in Three Amigos. So yeah, that made sense. And then I'm like, the piece that I was like really curious about was like, how does Selena Gomez fit in all this? Right?
Yeah.
And my history with her is like, I know she was like a Disney Channel star when she was younger. She's obviously a pop singer, but she has acted. Like I saw I think it was Spring Break with her. It was a weird movie.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Right.
I think I know. Yeah.
But I really didn't. I'm like, okay, cool. Really wasn't until this summer she has a cooking show on HBO. I think it's HBO.
Yeah.
HBO Max. Because everything's in quarantine. So she was filmed a cooking show where she would have chefs come on and teach her how to cook stuff. So I was like, huh, it was really well done. So I became a fan of her through that. And then when I saw that she is in a show with Steve Martin and Martin Short, I'm like, what?
Right.
Right. And then I learned it's the premise is all three of them are crime story podcast enthusiasts. I was like, I'm in.
That's so funny. Oh, hey DC, how are you? I know that's what I think is just so funny. If you have Hulu peeps, this is a show to watch. It's just such a pleasure to watch it. Steve Martin and Martin Short are, playing themselves basically, and Selena Gomez is kind of like Alex from Wizards of Waverly Place, but better. They just fit together so well. It's just weird. Like it's weird and it's funny, and but not like ha funny, but more
just situationally
funny.
Yeah, like Martin Short sometimes can over, but like his character lends to it in this series.
Yeah,
and I think he's in his element. I think Steve Martin is in his element, and Selena Gomez has been great so far. I've only gone through either 2 or 3, because I realized that I have to sit down and watch when I do it, and I don't have a lot of time where I just sit down and watch things. So I was kind of waiting till it's all done, and then I was gonna binge it. But from the 2 episodes, from the first episode, I was in. I'm like, this is great. And it's definitely like a New York story kind of vibe. It feels very. There's something it reminds me of, and I can't put my finger on it.
Yeah. I don't know either, but it's just such a great show. It's a great show. I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Vicky with four exclamation points. How's it going? All right. Well, that's all I wanted to say about Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, I was like definitely check it out. It was like the highest comedy premiere on Hulu.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's great. And like I've seen them in like interviews and stuff, and seen snippets from episodes I haven't seen yet. I'm looking forward to seeing them. Uh, but yeah, it's basically three people who live in an apartment building. There's a murder. They're all obsessed with those crime podcasts. So they're trying to solve a murder, but also put together a podcast about it.
Hmm. It's just it's just so funny,
Yeah,
and
and it's called
uh,
Only Crimes in the Building because literally, or Only Murders in the Building because literally all they want to do is solve murders in the building.
yeah, in their building.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Uh, all right. What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. Why don't we move on to your next topic, and then we can go into just smaller topics, and then we'll go into our big topic, which is Disney Plus Day, which is
Yeah.
November 12th.
Yep. So my last bit of Star Wars news, we kind of hit up a little bit, is that Star Wars Visions, which is the anime project that came out. Basically, it's a series where Lucasfilm kind of approached a whole bunch of anime studios and
Hmm.
gave them the opportunity to create Star Wars stories. They're not necessarily based in canon, so they can do almost kind of whatever they wanted as long as it's kind of a Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
And they didn't release it week by week. They release all of them. There's 9 episodes all at once, so you can watch them all now. And they usually run between, I think, 13 and 20 minutes each, so really easily digestible. But it looks like the reception is pretty good, and they
Hmm.
definitely want to do more Star Wars Visions. And the whole thing about Star Wars Visions not necessarily has to be anime, but it's like Visions is kind of their let's give creators an opportunity to tell stories that don't necessarily have to be in canon or whatever, however they want. So I think it's really exciting. Obviously, anime kind of lends itself to it being a different culture's take on Star Wars. But I would love to see other mediums like manga is another one, or any other kind of storytelling and weird stuff that happens in Star Wars.
DC said that he's heard mixed things about Visions. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm not a big anime fan. Like there's some anime fan. Like I tend to like the sillier um anime. So there was one particular one that was really silly that I kind of enjoyed. But I also did enjoy the artistry of some of the others. And then there were others that were kind of like, yeah, I mean, like I could
Yeah.
give or take them. So
Here's
it went from like to me from excellent to eh.
here's the way to look at what Visions is.
Mm-hmm.
Anime is animation. It's technically you can say The Simpsons is anime, King of the Hill, uh, the Smurfs was anime. It's
Mm-hmm.
this animated content, cartoons, right? And Visions is kind of giving you a whole bunch of like Japanese studios. So it'll be like showing like if say some culture has never seen anything from America,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like, here, we're gonna show you some GI Joe. We're gonna show you some Care Bears. We're gonna show you some My Little Pony. We're gonna show you some He Man. We're gonna show you this, all different types of cartoons, and here.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. So not all of them are going to be for everybody, but you might find something you actually like, and you don't even have to be a Star Wars fan to watch these things. Um, so you know there'll be fans who would like want everything to be Star Wars canon must adhere to strict rules. These guys were not given strict rules. So it's another culture who knows Star Wars in the way they know Star Wars and telling stories the way they tell stories.
Yeah.
So that is what Visions is.
Yeah. Bye, Allie and Pete. Sorry that you have to go. I know that you wanted to hear about Disney Plus today, but totally get it. They are teachers and they have to get up early.
Yeah.
Um, I apologize, but I don't know what your name is. I know that you have it in Japanese there, but it says that, well, there's a anime in Wolverine, and it's not that bad. Which I agree. I saw that one. Adventures by D's here. Thank you for coming.
Oh,
And yeah, it says it's like if it's like animation or Halo, Animatrix or Halo, they'll be satisfied.
it's very similar to the Animatrix.
Yeah.
Um, in like the difference between Animatrix and Visions is Animatrix was in canon for the Matrix. It was stories from that world. Visions is not necessarily tied to any story from Star Wars. It's literally just like, hey, do you want to tell a Star Wars story? Yes. All right, go ahead. They're like, I'm going to film my reactions on each episode and like I'll talk about them and how it
Hmm.
kind of fits and whatever. Not to say that canon stories can't take from it at all, but
Yeah.
it's not like this is not part of Luke Skywalker's story. This might have happened, might not have happened. Some of them, like if you are a fan of all different kinds of anime, some anime is crazy, over the top, weird, and they have that. But then sometimes they're a little more grounded in just like the simple story of people, and they have that as well. Um, the one thing I think that this series is missing is a crazy mech story, anime story, which I was hoping they would have, but maybe if they do season two, there'll be like a more like Starfighter kind of thing with like
Right.
crazy like Robotech-y Gundam kind of things going on.
Yeah. That would be fun.
There's a lot of studios that they can still approach also. So, hopefully, like so far, like reception overall has been pretty positive. So,
Yeah. Um. All right. Let's see. All right. Well, let's move on. Let's just talk about the trailers that have come out recently. There was Muppet Haunted Mansion. Let's talk about that. What did you think of the trailer?
like, I,
What happened?
like it feels like it's the Muppets going to the ride, but the ride is the mansion. I
Yeah.
don't know how to explain that, but like it looks like Gonzo and the prawn. What's his name?
Yeah. Pepe the Prawn.
Uh,
That they those seem to be. It's either like Gonzo and then either Rizzo or Pepe the Prawn
yeah,
seem to be like the characters that represent the normal person, which is funny because they're like the least normal.
like Gonzo. It's like why?
Like, how did they choose Gonzo and Pepe over Kermit? Uh, that I think is interesting, uh, but I guess they add more humor to being the victims of the ride or whatever
Whatever
experience that they're
experience.
going
Um,
through.
but I mean, it's they're definitely diving into the ride, um, almost so much so you can pick out which part of the ride
Mhm.
they are showcasing. So everything's there. Madame Leota, the ballroom, the stretchy. I think the stretchy room is in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hatbox Ghost.
yeah. So, you know, I'm the Muppet. I'm a Muppet fan, so I'm gonna watch it. But we'll
Yeah.
see. Like Muppets, modern Muppets is such a weird thing because I want to be a fan
Right.
of them, but you know, kind of like if like there's an interview with Frank Oz who's just kind of like they really don't get it yet, or they haven't
Mhm.
really hit the heart of what the Muppets are, the new kind of takes on it.
Yeah.
And I kind of we've talked about every time we talk about the Muppets, like there's something missing that it seems to be hard to grasp.
Definitely.
So, I have hopes that this will be good,
Hmm.
but at the same time, I'm like, might not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna have my hopes up, but I'm excited about it. So it'll be
It looks fun.
interesting. Yeah, I think it looks fun too.
I think
For
the addition of like all those guest cameos, like celebrity
Mhm.
cameos, makes it feel more like the variety show era
Definitely.
of the Muppets. So,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Okay, what about the Hawkeye trailer? That was fun and unexpected, and
What did you
yeah,
think?
I I enjoyed it. I thought that it reminded me of who was the one that wrote. Oh, was it Matt Fraction? Whoever it was.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Kind of like that comic book, and having Kate Bishop in it with Hawkeye, and it's really kind of cool to see Jeremy Renner get his own uh, thing. After kind of being the joke of the Avengers, that he's
he's,
getting a time to shine.
he's like the Aquaman
Right.
of the Super Friends. Like he's the one everyone made fun of. Um, yeah, like I wasn't expecting it to have a Christmas tone to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, DC says I didn't know I needed a Marvel Christmas show, and I'm
Right?
all about it.
Right? And I think we
Yeah,
we said it about almost every single one of the Marvel shows. It's like, it wasn't really like Falcon and Winter Soldier or Loki. I was like, eh,
right.
but they turned out to be really really great for what they were. And this is another one
Yeah,
where it just looks way more than I thought it could be. And like I know of that comic story, but I haven't read it. And now because I have Marvel Unlimited, so I can read them. So I'm going to read them before it comes out to see kind of see what it's
mhm,
about. Um, but it looks fun,
definitely.
right? Um, so yeah, like I'm way more excited about it than I was when they announced it, and I feel like I said that about
I
every
am
single show.
too. I think I'm also excited because it's going to have Kate Bishop in it, and I really like Haley Steinfeld,
Steinfeld.
Steinfeld. Yeah, I can't remember,
I only know her from
but
Bumblebee.
we all know who I'm talking
Oh
about.
wait, she was in Pitch Perfect, right?
I love her so much that I can't remember her name. But I do like her as an actress and as a singer. So
I only know her from Pitch Perfect and Bumblebee.
yeah, yeah.
I like Bumblebee. I like Pitch Perfect too.
I did
So
too. I liked it, and I liked her in Bumblebee. So
yeah,
I think that she can do an action film, and it definitely works for her. So all right, and the last trailer that I wanted to talk about, and this will be interesting to see what DC has to say about it, is the new West Side Story trailer that came out. What did you think of that one?
I it's funny because he's I think he's basing it off the original uh, Broadway performance,
Yeah,
not the movie. But then again, it also feels like the movie.
it does. Like when they meet in the that warehouse or whatever, and you can
Yeah,
see the shadows, and that kind of reminded me of the movie for some reason.
it's funny because it also the way they shoot it and the way they color grade it and filter it or whatever, it makes it look like it's from that era as
Hmm.
well. The movie, like whenever that movie came out. Um, so it looks it visually looks great. I do like, obviously, the play, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, so I am curious to see how he interprets the stage version, um,
What's
while
that?
still looking like the movie version. That's weird to me. I'm like, are you sure he didn't take some cues from the movie? Because it does look like he taking cues from the movie as well.
Hmm.
But Steven Spielberg, so
Yeah. I really wanted to hear Ariana DeBose sing a little bit of America, but I'm excited to see her do that number for sure.
yeah, the
Uh,
cast looks great.
yeah, the cast looks really great. I also like how they updated some things. Like Bernardo seems to be the head of the household. Like he's like, as long as you live in my house.
Mm,
And I thought that that was kind of an interesting, adds an interesting dynamic to his relationship with Maria. And yeah, just it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good film. I'm really looking forward to it.
is it a theater only thing? Do we know?
Yep. They're not
Okay.
doing Disney Plus.
So
Uh
Disney's done with the whole at the same time. It feels like.
yeah,
Whereas I
th-
think HBO is still both,
doing it.
right? Because I think Dune is coming out in both theater and HBO Max.
Right. It
Um,
will be interesting to see like how it goes, but I think they wanted to see what Shang-Chi would how it would do in the theaters, and it's doing really well, which is awesome.
yeah.
And so I think that they want to let their film shine in the theater and then bring it over, which is actually a perfect segue to Disney Plus Day,
Woohoo.
which is November 12th. And that the reason why it's on November 12th is that is the second anniversary of Disney Plus. And one of the films they're releasing a whole bunch of films and television shows and specials and things like that. And one of the movies that they're going to be releasing is Shang-Chi. They said that they were going to have in the theater at least 45 days
Mm-hmm.
of their films. And so I don't know if that's exactly 45 days, but Shang-Chi will be available on Disney Plus, not Premier Access.
Yeah.
You will be able to see it for free. Free, I mean, with a subscription,
Right.
obviously, uh, on the streaming service, which is awesome.
I'm gonna
Uh,
watch that on repeat.
I'm gonna watch the heck out of it. I've already watched it 3 times, and
Have you
I
really?
love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it every time. Jungle Cruise is also coming on November 12th, so it's available on Premier Access.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to pay for it, you will be able to see it on November 12th.
Yep. Another fun family movie.
Yeah. Um, Susan said that she can't wait to see it again.
Me
Uh,
too.
yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see both of these films again. It'll be a lot of fun. I wonder. I wanted to see Free Guy
That comes out next week.
next week
I think so. Like either next week or the week after. It'll be the
on Disney
45.
Plus.
It, I don't know if it's gonna be on Disney Plus, but it's the 45 days thing. It's coming out
Okay.
at on some channel. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I hope Disney Plus. I mean, it seems like something that could go on Disney Plus. Let's see. Oh, look, my mom is here. Hi, mom. When is West Side Story showing? In December at some point. Everybody say hi to my mom.
Hi, Auntie.
All right, so Home Sweet Home Alone is also premiering, and that is I guess, a continuation of the Home Alone series. It would be so funny if Macaulay Culkin was still the star of the show.
You should make a.
That would be awesome. I have no idea what the show is going to be about or this movie, but hey, it sounds like fun. Oh look! Oh, there's Ginger. I didn't know you were here, Ginger. Hi. Um. Okay, so other things that are coming on are Disney's Olaf Presents. Uh, and then that is obviously some more shorts that featuring Olaf. The kids love him,
He
and
likes warm hugs.
yes, he likes warm hugs, and so you gotta love him. Also, this is I'm super excited about this. Disney and Pixar is doing Ciao Alberto. This is obviously a Luca based short, and I love Luca
Yeah,
so much
that's
that
another victim of the whole pandemic. I think Luca,
Luca,
Soul,
yeah.
and Raya.
Mhm.
Like, I hope they find their audience. Um, you know, because I think if they were in theaters, it would have done way better.
Yeah.
But like, Luca's is a is a great film. So looking forward to seeing what the short is.
I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. Another short that's coming out it's going to be a new short from The Simpsons. I'm really hoping that it's not about Maggie this time. Like they've had two shorts that have been exclusively about Maggie, and I really want to see other characters. Um, I guess they did have the Marvel one with Tom Hiddleston as Loki, and it did have Bark in it. But yeah, I just want to see. I want to see The Simpsons. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that it's not going to be Maggie based. Uh, Another show that I am super excited about, The World According to Jeff Goldblum, is coming back. Season 2, episodes 1 through 5 will be dropped on Disney Plus Day. So that is super exciting. I don't know if anybody saw the hey Jason, how are you? I don't know if people saw The World According to Jeff Goldblum, the first season, but it is amazing. I mean,
It
I can
is.
watch Jeff Goldblum read a dictionary and I'd be entertained by it. So
Yeah.
super excited about that.
It was one of those. It was one of those shows where it was on over a year ago now because it was one of the launch titles of
Hmm.
Disney Plus, and it had however many episodes. And then we never heard from it again. Like it's gonna be season
Yeah.
2, and I'm so happy to see this on the list. Like yes,
Hmm.
Jeff Goldblum is back, talking about weird random stuff.
It's like so funny. But true. They are also doing specials on for Star Wars and Marvel. So Star Wars one I heard is going to be about Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, it's supposed to take a look at Boba Fett as a character, I think.
Yeah, I think so. And then the
Marvel.
Marvel one, we don't know what it's going to be about yet.
It's gonna be
But
about Mephisto.
could be, or it could be about Shang. Could be about Mephisto. Could be about Shang Chi. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
that one
those, what?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's gonna be about Wolverine.
could be about Wolverine. Who knows? That would be
Well,
fun.
it's November 12th, so that's before Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Before Hawkeye, What If should be done. Spider-Man should be coming out also. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna
Right.
be here's the history, or here's a look at all the young characters we've met so far,
Yeah.
for no apparent reason. Let's just talk about all the young characters we've met so far,
Right.
and then Mephisto.
And Mephisto.
Yeah.
Mephisto is the answer to anything.
What's not on the list is also they're gonna release some of their shorts that they haven't released, like Paperman and what's that Mickey one with the horse?
Uh,
Get off my horse, or get the horse, or something.
yeah, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about, though.
But yeah, but
I was
those
just-
those shorts that were in front of theatrical releases of other movies that they
Mhm.
haven't released are going to also be released then as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So that's it for Disney Plus Day. Who here is excited about Disney Plus Day? Let us know in the comments. My mom loves Jessica Goldblum. Thinks he's funny. I do too.
I do three.
Like mother, like son. Um. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what we had to discuss today. Um. Anything else you want to talk about?
Um, I mean, like, some things that are coming from the channel, at least from my end. Like I said, a Visions, um, not breakdown, but I just want to talk about all the different episodes, what I liked and what I didn't like.
Yeah.
And then also I do still plan on bringing back my cooking show at some point.
I would love for you to bring
On
back.
this way, like I plan on moving from this apartment to a bigger one, so that's
Oh, good. When are you going to do that?
probably about in a month or so.
Yeah, you're moving on up, moving on up.
Yeah, like the places I've been looking at, I've been really looking at kitchens and like how filmable they are,
Right.
which is a kind of funny thing. Or complexes that have like a clubhouse that has a like a cooking, like a kitchen
Oh,
that I
nice.
can like rent out or something, so I can just knock out a whole bunch in one day and stuff like that.
Are you gonna? Are you gonna? Oh my God! I totally. What I was gonna ask you totally escaped my mind.
Make food, yes.
Make food. Oh, are you gonna get a one bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and then also I do have another to answer the if I'm going to Disney again. Yes, because I live down the road. I have a idea for another kind of show on the channel,
Ooh.
which involves me going to Disneyland a lot. So,
Yeah.
I did some test footage.
Ginger just asked when we were going to
Yeah,
Disney again. You are going whenever you want.
pretty much.
I'm not going until November.
Yeah, I'm making him come
Oh
here for
yeah,
my
my mom.
birthday.
Yeah, my mom has confirmed it. We are going for Rich's birthday.
But
Uh,
I will be there way sooner than that. Um,
yes.
it's also been hot. But yeah, I have a new idea for a show that it's very Disneyland specific. So there's that, and then um, we are going to the first night of Merriest Nights, which is the holiday after hour party thing.
Yes.
I think that starts in November, like November 11th is something when that goes, and then I think the holidays officially start at Disneyland on the 12th of November. I will be there
Nice.
as well.
Yeah, that's what I can't wait is I got to see the Halloween season, and now although what's funny is I did not get to see the Coco stuff in Plaza de Familias. I
Uh,
totally forgot about it, just like you did. Totally
yeah,
forgot about it.
I need to get that before that goes away. Also,
But I did get to see Miguel, the character,
not the puppet.
in not the puppet, it at Disneyland in the Zona
Rancho.
Park.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm glad that they have Dia de los Muertos in both parks. I think that that's fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and Ginger, hi, Food Cat. Ginger is asking you, Mom, if you go with me. She does. She goes down with me. I am disabled, and so I have a hard time driving. So my mom is nice enough to drive me down to Anaheim when I want to go to Disneyland. She is the best mom in the world. I love my mom.
I love your mom too.
Yes. Who doesn't? All right. Well, that is it, unless you have something else you wanted to discuss.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, oh, wait. Food Cat says, have you seen the McDonald's Happy Meals? Yes. I have three of the toys. I need to be better at getting more of the toys. Although I'm not going to collect all 50, it's just too much.
There's
It's
no
too
way.
much.
I
Yeah.
got this like the first day, and then I went back the next day, and then they gave me this. So I'm like, what? So
Yeah.
my McDonald's was out already. So I don't know.
Oh, it didn't have the.
No. So
Oh,
I'm like, now I'm like, because I mobile order, so I don't can't ask questions. But now they go there and be like,
right.
so do you have any Disney toys? Then if
Yeah.
they're like no, then I'm like, okay, bye.
Food Cat got the soul one. Yes.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Well, that we have come to the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining us. And yay, we did it within an hour, which I always love. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we'd love it if you would subscribe. We really appreciate all of you who smash that like button. If you can, after the show, just smash that like button on your way out. We would really appreciate it. And if you aren't already, just hit that bell for notification so you can know when we're doing live shows and all that jazz. So we're always doing something on our show. Between Rich and I, we almost have a daily show. So there's always something different. Rich and I have different topics that we discuss and different things. So it's kind of a neat thing to have different perspectives. So we hope that you guys enjoy that as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. And with that, we will see you later.
Yep. Catch you on the flip side.
Bye, guys.